Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Track 2, Day 2, Division 2 of the Great Southern Slam. I'm Maladjusted, and I am here with Big Kahuna.
Very happy to be here with you, Mal. Sorry about that. Track 2, Day 2. A lot of derby going on. 3:30 in the afternoon, so we've already gone through about 5 bouts for the day. Still some live bouts to determine who gets through the quarterfinal in the pooled play, but we do have a couple that we know for sure have gotten through. So if you're supporting anyone from Reef City in Cairns, Southside in Sydney, Murder City in Adelaide, Westside in Melbourne, and Wollongong back in New South Wales, you know that your team has gone through. But right now on this Track 2, we're going to see Blue Mountains Roller Derby League taking on Varsity Derby League. Two New South Wales based, or Canberra is Varsity in the ACT, and Blue Mountains obviously in the picturesque Blue Mountains area of New South Wales.
Okay, and that'll be Blue Mountains in the blue and black on the track, and Varsity in the red and grey.
Final gear checks are being done. Of course, we always want to make sure our girls are safe and sound. We'll quickly go through the rosters. Lining up for Blue Mountains today, the Free Sisters. We've got their captain, Roxy Tosin. Vice captain is Rapidash. We've got Blood Red Penny, Rapunzel, Candy Kane, Ninja Rogers, Jackson Polax, Victoria Hitter, Skatred, Asylum Sam, and Hellfire Heidi. They're benched today by Dr. Hoo Hoo and Belly Boop.
Okay, and for Varsity we have Laceration, Blocked a Pussy, Joe Dirt, Mojo, Spanky, Red Hot Chili Pepper, that's the captain, Wickedly Wild, Miss Meow, Repercussions, Beverly Bone Crusher, Little Red, Genia Ali, I think I actually pronounced that correctly, Terra Smackdale, and Maleficent Mara, who's the vice captain, and Dr. Marks and Cherry Bomb. They'll be bench managed by Sheriff of Naughty Slams. So it looks like we're just about ready to roll there on the track, and the referees have called the skaters forward.
So both these teams have played one bout each today, both against Murder City in their pool play, both of them losing. So a bit of pride on the line now. They're not able to get through the quarterfinals at this stage, but they do want to come away from Adelaide with a win. So watch out for an explosive game between these two, with a bit of history between them as well.
Okay, now stepping up to jam for Varsity, we have Blocked a Pussy facing off against Jackson Polax for Blue Mountains. Okay, and they're away now. Blocked a Pussy punching through the defensive wall first, taking lead jammer.
Jackson Polax now out of the pack, giving chase. About a quarter lap between them.
Okay, the pack is split into Varsity defending the rear, Blue Mountains the front.
Blocked a Pussy finding the outside, but that being closed up quickly by Victoria Hitter, forcing to call it off, hands on hips.
That was 2 points apiece there for that jam. Okay, well, first blood has been drawn, and it was an even affair. Okay, now stepping up to jam, we have Laceration for Varsity. Up against, who do we have there?
That's Rapunzel for the Blue Mountains.
Rapunzel.
With the blue velvet shorts. I'm sure that appeals to you, Mel.
Yeah, they look great. I wonder if they'd make them in my size. Okay, we're away. Oh, Rapunzel just punches through, just almost unopposed, it seems, but there was a wall there. Great claiming of lead jammer there for Blue Mountains. Okay, the Varsity jammer is free from the pack, but trailing by about half a length.
Laceration now out as well, also giving chase. Rapunzel pushing through, 4 points, calls it off.
Quick smash and grab there, sensible conservative play, 4 unanswered points there.
I'm predicting a very even bout today, Mal. These teams have played each other 3 times in the past. Varsity holding a 2-1 advantage so far, but Blue Mountains winning at Eastern Region SmackDown tournament last year. So as far as stakes go, they've got it in the big tournament.
Okay, we have Rapid Dash there, vice captain for Blue Mountains, up against Joe Dirt for Varsity.
Both jammers pushing hard against those walls. Rapidash at the back, Joe Dirt at the front. One to beat.
Joe Dirt just stayed in play there. Very close for a moment there, but she is lead jammer and Varsity are in control.
Rapidash now clearing the pack also. She's on a scoring pass.
Oh, Joe Dirt goes down on the bend. calls it off quickly. Did she grab anything at that? No, that was a nothing to nothing proposition there. That's an even jam. Okay, we have Block to Pussy stepping up again to jam for Varsity. Again against Jackson Polax.
Jackson Polax, definitely Blue Mountain's primary jammer. You're going to see her name a lot this afternoon.
I'm unaware of the depth of the Blue Mountain squad. How many jammers do they have? Do you know?
They have a very versatile team, so even though they do have a couple of primary that you'll see over and over again, nearly anyone in that pack can jam at any point. So keep an eye on Jackson Polax. They usually try to run her into the ground, unfortunately, and she carries a lot of work for that team.
Okay, let's just hope she keeps her feet throughout this game. Oh, and Block to Pussy is through. The last remaining Blue Mountains blocker had to let her go, being pushed out for 20 feet.
So Jackson Polax now out of the pack. She's on a scoring pass. Block to Pussy in the midst of hers. Strong defense from Blue Mountains.
Yeah, good defensive wall of 4 at the front of the pack there. And Block to Pussy calls it off. How many did she grab? It wasn't a complete pass for mine. One. Low scoring jam.
Laceration stepping up to the line for Varsity. In the very lovely red sequin skirt. We know Mel comes from Bob and Weaver. So if you like what Laceration's wearing there, check out Bob and Weaver on Facebook and get your own sequined red skirt.
Also does sequin shorts, which I found intriguing, particularly the ones with the leopard skin print for the featured areas. Have a look at that up. It's quite a look.
Rapunzel jamming for Blue Mountains. She's pushing against that front wall now. Looking for a gap.
Oh, back block. Rapunzel's out.
On the way to the box. Power jam now to Varsity, and a big opportunity for Laceration to take the lead here for Varsity.
Okay, she's clear from the pack now. She's lead jammer. Her blockers have managed to slow things to a standstill for her to assist the pass. Oh, nice little sidestep.
Showing left, juking right. 5 points on the board.
Approaching again. Oh, almost as quick. Another 5 to Varsity.
And just like that, Varsity claiming the lead and looking to add to it now.
Another 5-point pass. She's making this look so easy.
Strong power jam from Laceration.
But the Blue Mountains jammer has returned to the track and has just made a pass through. That was her first pass, no score.
Laceration from the ground, calling that off. Good track awareness, knowing that Rapunzel was on a scoring pass.
And she was only about a quarter or a third of a lap away. Okay, that was 3 points in the last pass there for Laceration. Varsity, that's going to do Varsity quite a few favours. That takes them to 21 over 6. Jackson Polax stepping up to jam for Blue Mountains.
Chili Pepper on the line now for Varsity.
First time in this game.
To her fans back home, she's affectionately known as J Peps.
That works. Oh. Okay, Blue Mountains take lead. Jammer.
Chili Pepper right behind her now.
Putting on some speed too. Great defensive jamming.
Yeah, forcing Jackson Polax to call that one off. Rather take the 0-0 than risk giving up some points to J Peps.
Yeah, Jackson Polax took the chance to look behind, lost some momentum, and saw that J Peps was coming up quite fast, surprisingly fast actually. So yeah, props to J Peps.
Candy Cane now on the line for Blue Mountains.
And who have we got there for Varsity?
Ginger Ale. Ginger Ale.
Ginger Ale. I pronounced that completely wrong. Apologies to Ginger Ale and her friends and family.
Number 375. That's how many mils are in a can.
And it's my favourite handgun caliber. Oh no, Varsity have lost their jammer to the bin. It's going to be all Blue Mountains way for the next 30 seconds at least as Ginger Ale takes a seat.
Candy Cane approaching the pack now. She's looking for 5 with Ginger Ale in the box.
Trying to push her way through that last line, and she is clear. That's a 5 quick points there for Blue Mountain. Nicely done there. Candy Cane coming around. Now, the Blue Mountains pack hasn't slowed things to a stop, but it is only progressing quite slowly. Oh, a run onto the back there. Did she risk? No, it's all clear, clean. Okay, Varsity has just lost Blocked a Pussy, a blocker, to the penalty box. Not sure exactly what the infringement was there, but that was another 5-point pass. And Ginger Ale returned to the track, and the Blue Mountains Jammer called it off before any points were scored as far as I can see.
So after 8 minutes, VDL Varsity in control, 22 plays 16. Close match here on track 2.
Though the last few jams, Blue Mountains have added 10 points to their score and are within 6.
Jackson Pollax with the star now for Blue Mountains, looking to add to that, up against Laceration for Varsity.
Laceration in the sequined red skirt. Okay, going around the outside, trying to get past that last line of defence there in red and grey.
Jackson Pollax, as she went out there, picking up lead jammer. So she's behind Laceration at the moment, but does have lead jammer status. And finding an inside line, she's out now. Laceration also clearing the pack.
Only about 20 feet between them, if that.
Varsity at the back, points on offer.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That was only 2 points to Blue Mountains. One was picked up there by Varsity. It's always the risk when you decide to put your defensive wall at the back of the pack. When these quick call-offs happen, you can lose pretty badly.
Rapidash now with the jammer star for Blue Mountains up against Chili Pepper. Or Red Hot Chili Pepper to be precise.
To use her formal declaration there. Bit of a scramble. Skater goes down in the pack. Recovers quickly. Oh, and a nice push through on the inside line there.
Rapidash finding the way through to lead jammer status for Blue Mountains. J-Pep's out now.
Avoiding the overlap there, which was very good for Varsity.
Rapidash in the midst of the pack. She's picked up points and calling it off, knowing that Chili Pepper on her way, steaming towards that pack.
But those two blockers from Varsity at the front of the pack did a mighty job, just not letting her get away and free and clear. Nice blocking. I didn't catch their names or numbers there, but
saved at least 1 point there for the Varsity team.
Absolutely.
3 points in that one.
Okay, we've got Ginger Ale stepping up to jam for Varsity.
Jackson Pollax on the line for Blue Mountains.
Now, where is this penalty box? It is underutilised wherever it is. This has been very, very clean and disciplined so far. Only a few short visits. Ooh. Defence at the back of the pack by Blue Mountains is just locking down Ginger Ale. And meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Jackson Pollax punches out and takes lead jammer.
Ginger Ale absorbing a strong hit there from Victoria Bitter.
And she's now free from the pack too, but she's trailing by about a third of a lap. And Jackson Pollax calls it off. Good move there.
Yeah, finding an assist there again from Victoria Hitter on the outside, picking up those 4 points for Blue Mountains. And with that comes a lead change.
Okay.
Bringing them up to 25, plays 23.
Yeah, Blue Mountains have found a little bit of stride, got some momentum behind them. And they were trailing quite significantly on 6 points for an extended period, a couple of jams, and now they're in the front. This is a very nice matchup. Though we are limited time in.
Timeout has been called. Of course, we are broadcasting live from the wonderful Adelaide Showgrounds, premium sponsor of the Great Southern Slam 2014. It is the home of the Slam. They're amazing. Put a roof over our head and a track under our feet. And also platinum sponsor is Road Train Promotions. A big shout out to Road Train. They provide, if you're lucky enough to be in Adelaide, you walk into the Wayville Pavilion, the main track here at the Great Southern Slam, and there's a giant semi-trailer screen just broadcasting the whole events from track 1, and that's by Road Train Promotions. Just a badass media truck on site, which is great.
It's great for just catching multiple updates on running scores from the different tracks. It's a must stop if you're going through that building. We also like to thank Rydell, the famous skate brand. They are also a sponsor. Now we've got Cherry Bomb stepping up to a jam for Varsity. Now, who is she facing off against? 2591 being the number.
Asylum Sam jamming for Blue Mountains.
Asylum Sam. Okay, Cherry Bomb is small in stature, so can't really muscle her way through. Oh, she's been tapped out onto the inside track area quite
Strong
neatly.
hit there from Blood Red Penny.
Yeah.
Forcing it back the long way. Asylum Sam having her own difficulties at the front.
But no, she's gone for a track cut. She's off to the penalty box. Asylum Sam for Blue Mountains. Jammer in the bin. It is now all looking pretty good for Cherry Bomb.
I think
and
Sam
Varsity.
knew what she'd done as well. You could see the look on her face as she took off the track there.
Okay, Cherry Bomb is through. Lead Jammer and in control. No
So-
points scored just yet.
A big chance here for Cherry Bomb and the Varsity Dishonor Rollers to pick up lead once again. Only 2 points separating. She's already grabbed a couple, and there's 5 for her efforts.
Absolutely. Now we notice that the Varsity blockers have slowed the pack to a standstill. When the situation has been reversed previously, the Blue Mountains blockers have not been able to bring things to a halt to assist their jammer. So Varsity is doing this right. And that's another 5-point pass for Cherry Bomb and Varsity.
Varsity getting Mal's stamp of approval on Power Jam etiquette.
Absolutely. It's all about form. Oh, Cherry Bomb put out there. Lost all momentum. Nice defense there by number 02.
That's Rapidash with the strong hips to the inside.
She is damn good. But Cherry Bomb just managed to duck around, only to be knocked to the inside track area. Cherry
Asylum
Bomb.
Sam also knocked to the outside. She's back on the track for Blue Mountains.
They both seem to have this recycling technique down, Pat. Cherry Bomb out again, moving back.
Lots of action on the far side here. Turn 2, seeing all the recycling. Asylum Sam seemed to have the best of it. She's out and looking for points. Of course, not lead jammer. That status does belong to Cherry Bomb.
And Cherry Bomb calls it off just before the opposing jammer can start a point-scoring pass. A bit lucky there, but
So again, Varsity reclaiming the lead in that one. 36 plays 25. 6.5 minutes left in this one. Of course, if you're playing along at home, lead change, usually that means drink. I might take a swig of my water.
yeah, I'm looking at mine. No. I've got to get through the rest of the night. Okay, Jackson Polak's up to jam for Blue Mountains, and it is Joe Dirt for Varsity. And Joe Dirt makes it through first, taking lead jammer. Varsity in control of this jam. Number 18 for Varsity. Who is that? Spanky, doing some great defensive work at the front of the pack there. Locking down the Blue Mountains jammer for an extended period.
Jackson Pollux did make it out of that pack, but Joe Dirt realizing it quickly, calling it off after picking up points.
Absolutely good run through and smash and grab there by Joe Dirt. But
Only 2 in that one. Blue Mountains defense limiting her though. So 39 now plays 25. We got Rapidash jamming for the Blue Mountains team.
Okay, and Little Red stepping up to jam for Varsity.
She's little and she's red. She's Little Red, Mal.
She certainly is. 265. She takes 100 days off a year. She doesn't seem to have any luck pushing through that blue defense in the center of the pack, though. Still trying to get by. There's this swarm up the front of the pack. They've replenished their numbers up front. Oh, and she's out to the inside line, recycled right to the back.
Rapidash being pushed to the outside, realizing the block had sent her out, had gone down, so she's back on the track now. Not lead jammer, though. So that status is still up for grabs to Little Red here.
She still can't get past that excellent Blue Mountains defense. Just look at how they go. Oh, maybe this time she's through. Yeah, she's called it off.
Blue Mountains, Rapidash picking up 1 point against the lead, chipping ever so slightly into that lead for Varsity. 39 plays 26 now.
Yeah, Varsity only really just called that off in time. It's 1 point. It could just as easily have been 4.
Ginger Ale stepping up to the line now for Varsity, up against Jackson Polaks once again for Blue Mountains.
You're right, they are relying heavily on Jackson Poleaxe at the moment. Both jammers stuck up back, trying to find a way through. Jackson's now made it to the middle of the pack, but has been greeted by black and red tops. Oh, and a little sneaky sneak. And Ginger Ale has taken lead jammer out first. Jackson Poleaxe has followed out quickly and trails by about 20 feet.
Ginger Ale fast approaching the pack. Fairly rapid moving pack as well.
Oh, and Ginger Ale meets that set of three at the front of the pack, takes a tap and goes down, calling it off there.
No points for Blue Mountains in that one. See if Ginger Ale was successful. Yeah, picking up 2 there.
So we're up to 41 over 26 with 3 minutes and change remaining. Victoria Bitter stepping up to jam for Blue Mountains. Facing off against Spanky, number 18 for Varsity.
Now both these teams have flown a long way, but as I said, they are quite familiar with each other. They're also part of the 5x5 Roller Derby Championship in New South Wales in the same division as well. So this is a prelude also for them. Get used to each other for their matchup next month.
I have to say the 5x5 competition has really taken off in the eastern region. And it's great to see all of these leagues actively competing against each other in a formal context.
Jay Peps just flooring Victoria Hitter there for Blue Mountains and picking up a track cut.
Not good for Blue Mountains, also joined by one of her blockers. So Spanky is the only jammer on the track representing Varsity. The numbers have thinned out in the pack. It's 3-on-2, Varsity's favour, so this should be a fairly easy pass for Spanky. Ooh, it's lost the momentum there.
There's 5 in the sky once again for Varsity. Look at points in bunches now. Depleted pack, power jam against them. Real opportunity here for Varsity to put the nails in, or put them to the screws right before half time.
Spanky put out the Blue Mountains blocker. Quick call off there, probably the best decision. Okay, Joe Dirt stepping up to jam for Varsity. Three on two in the pack, Varsity with the advantage, and still Varsity with the only jammer on the track. Joe Dirt is through quickly. Victoria Bitter returns to the track, jamming for Blue Mountains. Ooh, VB goes down in the pack, unable to break through that last line of Varsity defence. She sees the gap on the inside and takes it and avoids the overlap. Victoria Hitter, sorry. I'm obsessed by beer.
So power jam now to Blue Mountains. Victoria Hitter with a chance to pick up some points.
Oh, no, nice pass through the pack there by Victoria Hitter with an H. Oh, he must look like a total twonk.
There's so many names here, so many teams that are unfamiliar to a lot of people out there, and that's the one thing that I really love about the Grace on the Slam. 5 more points there.
Beautiful pass through the pack there too, almost unchallenged. No pack called, split right apart. Varsity drifting too far out in front there. And some numbers returning from the penalty box,
including Joe Dirt for Varsity. So both jammers on the track now. And with no lead jammer, this jam will come to its natural conclusion.
Okay, we just had Joe Dirt tapped out of play on the outside line, having to re-enter behind the entire pack. Meanwhile, Victoria Hitter for Blue Mountains picks up another 5 points on that pass. Okay, Joe Dirt is through, but that's a 4-point pass for Varsity. Ooh. Victoria Hitter comes to a standstill, re-enters. And she's through. There's going to be another 4 points there. 4 more points to Blue Mountains.
4 more points to Joe Dirt and Varsity also. Going point for point here. Of course, neither of them able to call it off.
So, looks like at this stage of the jam, it's going to be yours for theirs. As all the points get answered. Unless one of the groups Oh, the whistle blows, calling an end to the jam.
Victoria Hitter able to pick up 4 there as the whistle blew. Joe Dirt denied.
Oh, that's going to be good.
So advantage to the Blue Mountains in that last jam.
Okay, it looks like that brings our running score to Blue Mountains 49, still trailing, but definitely within reach of Varsity on 63. That's 14 points, the difference.
That brings us to halftime.
It does indeed. It is a good, evenly matched bout so far.
Nice close action here on track 2.
Okay, just before we actually step out for the halftime break, things will all get underway very quickly when we return for the second period. I'd just like to quickly thank some more of our sponsors, Rydell, who I mentioned just before, BSS Light Audio Visual. They are also a great supporter of TGSS. Little Adelaide Rollers, which is a league for the junior derby peoples that you might know, and also a really good idea for supporting the sport. Get the next generation enthused and trained, and this sport will go on forever.
I believe the children are the future, Mel. Teach them well, let them lead the way.
Why don't I have a fork to just drive into my thigh? Okay, now also Isogenics is another sponsor who do nutritional supplements, particularly for managed fasts, that kind of thing, and cleansers. So look into them if you think you need to improve your diet. I have heard good things. Also, we have Hellcat Clothing, who are one of the merchants here at TGSS. They have a great gear. If you are in the building or going to be here later today or tomorrow, go check them out. Also, Suitcase Photography. You are going to see their work sprayed across Facebook over the next few days as they are here capturing the action for you. Also, Green Monster, which is Quadzilla. Quadzilla is quite a personality.
I'm sure we'll see him in action, jumping over people.
Oh, the man is amazing.
Leaping.
Look, and he through Green Monster does a whole lot of really stylish retro skatewear, etc. It is beautiful work. If you want to have a set of skates that are just works of art, have a look at what Green Monster can supply. But also when you're looking at your for skating gear, Radar wheels are a great choice of wheel for flat track derby. Lots of the competitors out there on the track are using Radar wheels today, so give them a look. Also on skates, faster skates. If you want to take a look at some of the available ranges of derby suitable skates, check out Faster Skates. They are also top class stuff. But my favourite, our last one on our list, is Haig's Chocolates. I know I shouldn't, but I will. And that's the only reasoning I need.
I don't judge, Mal. I don't judge.
You don't judge, you just record. Anyhow, look, enough of my dulcet tones. I think we should just take a quick break. It's going to be 6.5 minutes or so until we're back for the second period. And this is definitely still a very live match. This is anyone's game. Okay, Block to Pussy has stepped up to jam for Varsity.
Candy Cane on the line for Blue Mountains.
It looks like there's a full complement on the track. No one in the box.
Pack's released.
Oh, Block to Pussy put out a play there. Good defensive work by the Blue Mountains blockers.
Candy Cane picking... Oh, not Candy Cane, sorry. Block to Pussy picking up a track cut there.
Oh.
Thinking she was just trying to sneak around the outside, but Blue Mountains well aware and forcing her out. Block to Pussy not liking that call. Hands in the air, trying to figure out why. She'll have 30 seconds to think about it, though, because right now Candy Cane picking up 5 points for Blue Mountains and chipping away at that lead Varsity holds.
Oh, yeah, that lead of Varsity's could evaporate very quickly in this jam. Approaching pack. Now Blue Mountains are able to stop the flow of the pack to assist their jammer. Oh, goes down.
Multiplayer block on Varsity. So 4-3 pack advantage to the Blue Mountains Free Sisters.
Oh, yes.
5 points to the Free Sisters as well now.
And the call off there by
Candy Cane. Perhaps a bit premature.
She may have had the
Block to
opportunity.
Pussy still on her initial pass when she went to the box, so she would have had another pass to get through before actually able to score.
This is true, but she was probably concentrating on more her game and wasn't quite aware of the count on the Varsity jammer.
So after that one, 4 points separating our two teams now. 63 plays 59. Jackson Polax with the star for Blue Mountains. Laceration for Varsity with the sequence red skirt from Bob and Weaver.
And look, we've got the non-orthodox start now. I love to see them up on the pivot line. We see it all too rarely. Oh, and Blue Mountains take lead jammer and in control. This is just what they want to maintain their momentum. Varsity loses one blocker to the penalty box, so the numbers now very much favouring Blue Mountains in the pack with only 2 Varsity blockers on the track, and they have been divided.
Jackson Polax, she had half a lap on Laceration and double their pack and picks up 4 points.
And that will bring our scores, come on, to level 63 all. 2 jams, Blue Mountains have equalised. Excellent work by the Free Sisters.
If you're watching track 2 from YouTube, get on Facebook, tell your friends to tune into this one. This is a good bout to watch. 63 apiece. Rapunzel on the line for Blue Mountains.
And Joe Dirt for Varsity, both hitting the back of the pack. And a second time, the blockers have chosen to go up to the pivot line. Oh, no. Varsity have lost their jammer again. Joe Dirt to the bin for a back block.
So lead jammer status now for Rapunzel and a power jam. She's putting on the Jets, realising now they can take the lead after tying it up in that last one.
It's 4 on 3 in the pack, benefiting Blue Mountains. Rapunzel trying to get away through those last 2. It's a bit of muscle and hustle at the front. Nice defence there by Varsity, pushing her out.
Jilly Pepper being the one-woman wall on the outside, but so Rapunzel goes to the inside, calls it off.
They just weren't watching. She got through in that little gap on the inside, taking a nice 5 points there. And Blue Mountains take the lead, 68 over 63.
Lots of lead changes so far and lots more to come, I'm sure. We've got 16 minutes of this action left.
Okay, we've got Jackson Polax jamming for Blue Mountains. And a referee in the way, so I can't see who's up there for Varsity, or are they still in the bin?
I think it's still power jam.
Oh, yes, nice start for Blue Mountains.
Joe Dirt back on the track now. Lead jammer quickly obtained by turn 2 by Jackson Polax. Joe Dirt out now. She's not lead, however.
Jackson is aware of Polax leaving the pack there. She's trying to get those quick points and do the fast call off. She does it from her knees just in time to stop Varsity picking up any extra points there. And how many points did Blue Mountains pick up on that? That was 4 points there for Blue Mountains. Nicely done, Jackson Polax.
It never fails to impress me, Mal, the calculations a jammer must do in their head to be fully aware of how many points they have, where they are in the pack, where the opposition jammer is, and know to call that off before Laceration quickly got to the pack there. So good job.
I couldn't do it. Cherry Bomb jamming for Varsity.
That's Candy Cane for Blue Mountains.
Looks like a pretty full pack out there. Candy Cane comes out first, taking lead. Jammer, Blue Mountains are in control. Oh,
big
nice hit on Cherry Bomb.
Rapidash taking her out and dragging her back.
Beautifully played. Oh, Laceration returns the favour on Candy Cane. Candy Cane now trapped at the back of the pack. Cherry Bomb just unable to get through that last wall of black and blue blockers. Stretching out in front, and they have to let her go.
Candy Cane calling that one off. Another jam going Blue Mountains way. 72 play 63 now.
75 now the final points are added. Blue Mountains have definitely got the momentum now. Ginger Ale jamming for Varsity.
Rapunzel for Blue Mountains. Rapunzel finding the inside quickly.
Oh, nice recovery. Rapunzel just gets in front of Ginger Ale, taking lead. Jammer, Blue Mountains in control. Ginger Ale losing her footing and position to the back of the pack. She was almost clear, but that was a costly misstep.
Allowing Rapunzel to pick up lead. Jammer. She's got about a lap on her now. Still held up in the pack. Is Ginger Ale. Ginger Ale now making her way through for a scoring pass. But Rapunzel picking up points already. She beats 2, calls it off.
Yeah, she takes the 2-0 for Varsity there. She's happy with just that little add-on there. Taking things to 77 over 63.
Blue Mountains playing a smart game, not being too risky, just plugging away slowly and building on this small lead they've able to put together. 77 plays 63.
And it really seems that their blockers have found their footing as well. Their blockers are quite successfully either trapping the opposing jammers in that last line of defence or even locking them out at the back.
Blocked a pussy, meanwhile, making me eat my words because she's out in lead jammer for Varsity.
Don't worry.
I think we put the jinx on her mouth as soon as you praise them.
Oh, I know. I should just shut my face.
Here we go. Jackson Polak still in the pack. One to beat. She's out. Blocked a pussy. Storming through that pack for 4 points.
Keeping a footing and calling it off. Probably a good idea there from Varsity and blocked a pussy. Ooh. She meant to do that.
And she knew it was right in front of the camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Damn show ponies in Derby. Okay. Rapid dash up to jam for Blue Mountains, up against Laceration for Varsity. The blockers seem to be moving forward on the track. It's a 4-on-3 advantage to Blue Mountains, and they're up on the pivot line. Love to see this.
And Blue Mountains take the back wall. So a little bit of room to move for the jammers. Both hit the pack with the same impact. Laceration getting the best of it though. She's lead jammer. Rapidash a few feet behind.
It's almost standing in a shadow. Laceration needs to put some speed on. She's going to get run down otherwise.
Varsity at the back.
2 exposed blockers at the back of the pack.
So if Rapidash gets 1, she'll grab the penalty points as well, not on the track points.
Very tight call off there by Laceration. Laceration taking 1 point and denying Blue Mountains any in reply. I'm going to say great defensive jamming there by the Blue Mountains jammer. Keeping on the speed, keeping on the pressure, and stopping Varsity from maximising the potential of lead jammer. Well done.
68 plays 77. Blue Mountains way. Blocked a pussy on the line now for Varsity. Jackson Polaks once again for Blue Mountains.
Oh, blocked a pussy goes down when she hits that wall of black and blue and has been sent to the penalty box.
For a low block.
Low block.
So power jam here for Blue Mountains and a chance to solidify their lead.
This is going to be ugly. Blocked a pussy has been jamming a lot in this second period. Perhaps the fatigue is beginning to tell.
There's 5 already for Jackson Polaks. and Blue Mountains.
Varsity lose one more block to the bin in the shape of Little Red. Okay. Oh. Yep. Jackson Polax, 5 more points. The 3 Varsity blockers at the front of the pack not really coordinating on that last pass. That was not bad luck, that was bad management.
Block to Pussy back on the track.
Forcing the 20. No, she's calling out from the ground. And a helping hand up from the opponent. That's always good to see. No hard feelings.
Strong jam there from Blue Mountains, extending the lead. 87 plays 68. 19 points between them. Joe Dirt on the line now for Varsity.
And 9.5 minutes remaining on the clock.
Roxy Tosin stepping up to the line for the first time tonight for Blue Mountains, the captain.
Up against Joe Dirt for Varsity. Looks like, again, it's Blue Mountains with 4 blockers opposing 3 from Varsity. So advantage in the pack to the Blue Mountains ladies.
Roxy Tosin here was 5x5's blocker of the year last year. She is probably the most outstanding pivot and strong blocker for Blue Mountains, but showing, as I said, the versatility that team has by picking up lead jammer for Blue Mountains.
Okay, Blue Mountains quite lucky in that regard. Good defense locking down the Varsity jammer, who is almost free and clear. Joe Dirt is free, not lead jammer, avoiding the overlap, but with a lot of ground to make up. And Roxy Tosin calls it off. How many points did she grab? 4. Full scoring pass there for Blue Mountains. So we can say Blue Mountains has well and truly recovered. Their score has increased to 94, leading 68. Varsity seems to have choked in the 60s here. Just need a little bit of momentum to come their way.
You'll notice we say a lot of the same names over and over again, Mal. Blue Mountains do skate short. They're rolling into a TGSS with 11 skaters on the roster. And that's it. That's all they have, and they're used to it, and they like it that way. They're comfortable with each other. They're used to running with a short pack and just getting the repetition. So you know that endurance is not going to be a factor late into the game. You know that
seems to be showing.
Yeah, absolutely. They know how to play well with each other, and they like being the underdog in that regard.
Okay, it looks like it's 3-on-3 in the pack.
Candy Cane with the star for Blue Mountains.
And Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Playing some defensive block jamming there. J-Pep hits it to the outside. Goes for the long soul crush here. Candy Cane not having any part of it. If they want to kill time, she's going to let them.
Yeah, it's a Varsity who needs to make up the points.
Candy Cane showing all sorts of smarts. J-Pep forced. Not sure what to do here. Candy Cane happy to let the clock run down. Star pass. Puts on the speeds for laceration.
And J-Pep's joined the front wall there. She's skating backwards. She wants to eyeball her target. Oh, nice work there by the blockers from Blue Mountains to isolate her from the pack.
Not sure if that's the way to play it. Laceration, once the star pass has happened, of course, cannot be lead jammer. That status still up for grabs, though, for Candy Cane. So even if Laceration had gotten out to a big lead, as soon as Candy Cane got through, not lead jammer now. Interesting. So no lead jammer in this jam. It will go the full 2 minutes. Much of it already wiped off by the jammer shenanigans at the start.
Oh, we've only got about 45 seconds left in the jam. Laceration, about a quarter of a lap behind Candy Cane, approaching the rear of the pack. Candy Cane goes down. Looks like she's taken a hard hit. She's showing some distress on the track. Will the referees notice this, please? We have a player down. No, she's back up. No, she's recovered. There is no lead. Bit of confusion.
And no pivot on the track either for Candy Cane to pass the star to. So she's clearly hurt in some capacity. But she knows that if she stays down, she can't play for another 3 jams. So she keeps on skating, showing a lot of heart there for Candy Cane in the Blue Mountains.
With this short roster, that really matters.
And with 6 minutes left, sitting out the next 3 jams could be disastrous for her team. So really good awareness there by Candy Cane to get back up and keep skating.
Okay, we have... Is that an official review?
Official timeout, official review has been called. So just to recap, folks, if you're at home, quarterfinals will be on tonight. YouTube channels Track 1 and Track 2 will show some of them. We've got Reef City getting through, Southside getting through, Murder City, Westside Derby Dolls from Melbourne, and Wollongong Illawarra Roller Derby. There's still a couple of live bouts happening right now, Tracks 3, 4 and 5 and 1, that will determine placement into the quarters as well.
Okay, I just want to make a quick mention about one of those sides. I had the pleasure of watching both of Westside's bounce. First one against Margaret River from Western Australia, significant victory, but then they came up against Northern Brisbane Rollers, who are a solid team, and Westside won distinctly. It was a surprise for everybody. Westside, whilst they've been a league for about 4 years, they've only been competing publicly 18 months, 2 years, and bringing those kind of scores at TGSS is really quite stunning.
Yeah, Northern Brisbane, unfortunately, on the bad end there of some skaters transferring out, a very, very fresh roster for Northern Brisbane, and not the NBR that we're used to from the 2012 TGSS.
This is true.
So Westside Derby Dolls, Mal, you will say that they did look pretty.
I missed out that last bit because your mic cut out.
They look pretty, they look witty.
And gay. In the meaning of happy, as was said in the time that West Side Story was penned in the 50s, or was it 60s? But anyway.
Everyone loves a good dance fight.
Absolutely, because when you're a jet all the way. Okay, I'm just killing time here while this official review is on. I won't go to any jokes because last time I did that, I got into trouble. Because a limerick that starts "There once was a man from Cape Horn" isn't going to end well.
That's always the point, though. The limericks very rarely end well. You walk away from a limerick, you go, something to ponder there.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
Something to think about.
I laughed, I cried, it was better than cats. Yeah. It became a part of me. It was a veritable roller coaster ride of the human experience.
Official review still, or official timeout still in play. Of course, teams get 3, referees get as many as they want. One of the privileges of having those stripes.
Now, the official review process is something fairly new in the Women's Flat Track Derby Association rules.
There it is, yeah. So each team gets 1 official review per half. Sorry, microphone difficulties there. It's not just my voice. I don't sound like that. But 1 official review per half. They can use it for anything they want, usually trying to get some sort of call overturned or question that call.
And if they're successful in their review, they get to keep the option to
That's right.
call another review.
And the way they do that, hands in the air, triangle formation. Some call it the Illuminati, some call it looks like a vagina.
I'm going to go with the Illuminati because I like the Bavarian Illuminati, founded in 1871 by Adam Weishaupt, and whose symbol of the all-seeing eye atop a pyramid appears on the US dollar bill. Yes, conspiracy, baby, conspiracy.
The more you know.
Fnord. Okay, as you can see, I'm quite desperately filling in time now while this official review is underway. I actually have no idea what it is in relation to.
So a quick shout out once again to our sponsors. We've got Adelaide Showground, we got Road Train Promotions, we got Hellcat Clothing, Rydell Skatewear, Rydell Skates, Suitcase Photography, Hellcat Clothing, Green Monster, Radar, Faster Skates, all the people that help bring you the Great Southern Slam, donating prizes to the after party, sponsoring penalty boxes, all sorts of things, make what the magic that you're seeing on YouTube right now happen. And a big thank you to all of them for being a part of it.
That's an official review by Blue Mountains now. Hold on, I'm not going to say a word because in these situations, when I say something or make a judgment call, I am invariably wrong.
We should have that power though, Mouse. They should just make us unofficial officials and we can just call from the microphone what we think should have happened.
Yeah, I'm sure the scorer's computer is not too far a reach for you just over there on the left. We can make stuff happen. I'd like to take this opportunity for a quick shout out to my home league, the Newcastle Roller Derby League. They played yesterday, won one, lost one, but removed from the competition, but had a great time and partied hearty last night. Hello to everybody back home who was unable to come and join us down here in Adelaide today.
The Dockyard Dames looking resplendent in their new strip as well, Mal.
Yeah, they're not bad, are they, the new uniform?
I was calling them the Newcastle Lakers.
Yep, those basketball uniforms.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Looking great, Newcastle.
Well, in times past, one of our bench managers did basically wear a Lakers uniform because the colours were just a match. We're trying to channel their glory. Right, this is it's been going on for quite a while now. And it looks like we're about to get underway again.
Zero clarification. We don't know what happened there, Mal. We're going to assume they were talking about their dinner plans.
Well, someone had read a good book recently. Now it's Block to Pussy up against Jackson Polax. Oh, Block to Pussy tied up at the back of the pack there. 0-2 from the Blue Mountains doing a superb job. And Jackson Polax takes lead, Jammer, and is about a half a lap ahead as Block to Pussy steps free from the pack.
Jackson Polax quickly approaching that pack. Picking up a couple, looking for more.
Goes the quick
Blue
call
Mountains
off.
caught unawares.
In the efforts to grab that extra point or two. Yes, Varsity were able to snatch a quick 2 points at the back of the pack there. So whilst Blue Mountains did add 4, Varsity got 2. Still not ideal for Varsity, but harm minimisation. 98 leads 81. Candy Cane up to jam for Blue Mountains, facing up against Laceration for Varsity. Full complement of blockers on the track, and who are, thankfully, up on the pivot line. Love to see this.
Yeah, we're at the 5-minute mark now. 17 points between them. And Laceration doing what she can to make sure that lessens, because she's got lead jammer for Varsity.
Oh, Blue Mountains, jammer goes down, comes back. Loss of momentum, though, in the pack. Facing that wall of grey and red up front. She's trying to break away free for Laceration. What has happened there? Do we have a penalty?
Laceration.
Yes.
Skating out of bounds.
Not good for Varsity. Though, Varsity's blockers are doing some heavy lifting there in the pack, locking things down. We're seeing a star pass. Pivot becomes jammer.
Roxy Tosin with the star now.
And that's going to be a full 2-minute jam here. The wall of grey and red still holding up Roxy Tosin, but they're drifting further out in front. Oh no, some Blue Mountains blockers have come up to join this to create the pack again up front.
Desperation from Varsity, knowing their game is on the line here.
Great defence there from Varsity.
Killing that power jam. Laceration now back on the track, holding Roxy at bay for a full 30 seconds.
That was really well done by Varsity. Good play. Now, Varsity having their jammer in the pack are still trying to speed things up just a little bit to make it difficult for Blue Mountains. The Blue Mountains jammer has rejoined past the Varsity defence. Now just has to slip through the front there. Both jammers out the front. That's 4. That's 4. Yours for theirs.
So Laceration already completing her initial before going to the box, coming straight out for 4 points. Jammers engaging now. Bit of jammer and jammer action. Everyone loves it.
And the clock runs down.
I'm sure Blue Mountains happy for the clock to run down as much as they can make that happen.
If they can keep the score difference the same, they don't mind at all. We've got 2 minutes 58 on the clock as an official timeout has been called. Blue Mountains still maintaining their lead, 102 points to 85. There's probably 2 or 3 jams left to play. This could be turned around. It's not a ludicrous proposition.
14 points in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, absolutely within reach. Jilly Pepper stepping up to the line to make sure that happens, but let's see what Jackson Polax can do to negate that. Of course, it will be interesting to see if they do employ any stalling tactics, any milking the clock, if you will, trying to bleed time away. Because right now the clock is one of the probably just as much as Blue Mountains is the enemy of Varsity. The clock also working against them now.
Absolutely. Jackson Polak's trying to go up the outside line, hits the wall of defence. Driving forwards, a few blockers go down. Quick recovery there by Jackson Polaks. Can she get lead jammer? That varsity defence has come forward. Oh, and Jackson Polaks has been sent to the penalty box for use of an elbow. This is what varsity has been needing.
Power jam now to Jilly Pepper. Rapidash sending it all the way back. Some good evasion there as varsity tried to minimise the impact.
Jilly Pepper needs to be moving a bit faster than this.
Clock ticking away. Jilly Pepper still on her initial pass. And Blue Mountains now taking turns with varsity in killing a power jam rather successfully. Jackson Pollock's already standing. So she's back on the track before any points are scored.
Jackson Pollock's just coasting at the back of the pack there. She's now to the front. There's that wall, and they've let her go.
No pack call. Jilly Pepper picking up 4. She's going to want to get a couple more here. She does have about half a lap on Jackson Polak, still held up in that pack. So here comes Jilly Pepper for another scoring pass. Could be an 8-point pass here, or 8-point jam so far.
Oh, nice weave through. That's a 5 points.
5 points.
That's what she needs to do. 4 blockers up the front, still on Jackson Polaks. Slowed right down.
We've seen Jackson Polaks jamming about 1,000 times tonight. Is it finally taking its effect on the short roster of Blue Mountains?
Jackson Polak still trying to get going. And there is that tussle. Ow, J-Pep seems to be
getting up very gingerly from the ground there.
Her left leg is not liking that. Okay, 4 points the difference. We are going into what is going to be our final jam. 4 points the difference. Blue Mountains still in the lead.
Blocked a pussy with the world on her shoulders right now for varsity. Rapunzel wanting to repel their attack.
An official timeout has been called. It does look like we have a full complement of blockers on the track too, so no particular advantage to either side.
This one is coming down to the wire, folks.
4 and 4 in the pack. Octopussy, Rapunzel, jamming. Quick swap out of personnel by varsity, taking advantage of this official timeout. Looks like ready to go. This is going to be the last one. And the jammers are driving forward, trying to make their way through the pack here. It looks like Blocktopussy has pushed the black and blue blockers out. It is varsity with the lead jammer. They needed this. They are in control of the jam. Rapunzel still trapped inside the pack. A couple of blockers from varsity up front doing great work.
Rapunzel, she's going to have to get out here and limit what Blocktopussy can do. There's 4 points.
Or is that 5?
It's 5 points.
4 points? Okay, well that evens things up, 102 apiece.
There's a few more. Rapunzel's still held up in this in this pack.
Blocktopussy going down twice and recovering twice, going down 3 times, recovering a 3rd time. Calls it off.
Varsity Derby League calling it off. Winning this game potentially in the last jam.
Let's see what's happened. This is very close. We will need the referees to confirm what the final score will be.
There's no time left on the clock. No timeout could be called. 5 more points added. Jim Peckable signaling it. 107 to 102 on the scoreboard now. Just waiting for final official call.
Referees are just double checking all the scores from the preceding jams.
Varsity potentially pulling that one out of the fire. A last jam win, it looks like, if everything stays pat.
Just waiting for the confirmation, ladies and gentlemen.
Jam referees with their abacus and calculator. Should I just start calling random numbers out loudly?
You are one very cruel man. I can't believe someone married you. You have that capacity for such mental cruelty.
She's a lucky lady.
Yeah, she is.
I do the same thing to her a lot.
Oh. Okay, we're still provisionally. It's a varsity win, and it's official. The game goes to varsity.
107 to 102. Varsity Derby League's Dishonor Rollers taking out a victory against Blue Mountains Roller Derby League's Three Sisters. And what a game that was, Maladjusted.
That was beautifully matched. Both of those sides were as good as the other.
Varsity getting the best of Blue Mountains once again. And in the narrative that is the history of these two teams, I think they go to 3-1 over Blue Mountains, but Blue Mountains ever so close there.
Look, Blue Mountains can just look at this score and know how it stands.
What a game.
Okay.
Great Southern Slam providing the goods, Mal. Exciting derby happening. I love it.
Definitely. Fantastic game there.
And both teams now lining up for their victory lap, and a well-deserved clap from their audience, their fans. Hopefully they make it nice and loud for these girls that put their heart on their sleeves and left it all out on the track.
And out go Varsity to clap hands with their opponents and the audience. By the way, going in and shaking hands with the referee and track staff. Nice touch.
Yeah, Varsity, classy team this.
And here come the Blue Mountains. Three Sisters, there they go. Fantastic team. I'd heard good things, I'd never seen them play.
Well, coming up on track 2 after this one, you will see the Rogue Sisters, a mashup team from the Northern Territory and far north Queensland, taking on Cairns Derby Dolls. That bout is live as far as the quarterfinals go. When I say live, I mean Cairns Derby Dolls with a chance to get through to the quarters. So that pool not yet decided, so keep an eye on that one. Track 1, if you're looking at the other side, will be Gold City Rollers taking on Devil State Derby League. So that's from Kalgoorlie, Western Australia, taking on Tasmania, the Devil State Derby League. The only time you'll see that is the Great Southern Slam 2014. So keep an eye out on both tracks.
Well, that'll about do me. It's a goodbye from Maladjusted.
Maladjusted, a pleasure as always, sir.
Absolutely, BK.
I'm the Big Kahuna. You'll hear us, I'm sure, again at some point over the weekend. So enjoy the rest of the slam.